Hey everybody, Josh from Populi here. Are you a 21st century tech monkey? Some kind of Wi-Fi fueled screen bonobo, but you're still printing out and mailing transcripts when you could be using web transcripts in Populi? And before you ask, no, they're not transcripts for Spider-Man University. But once you try them, we guarantee you'll be stuck on them. So let's get started untangling web transcripts. Populi lets you email a copy of a student's transcript to whomever needs it. But a web transcript is not just a PDF file. It's the most current version of a student's official transcript. So if you send out a web transcript before the end of a student's final term, maybe before you grant their degree, the transcript will show those things in progress. But if the recipient accesses that transcript after courses are finalized and the degree is granted, the web transcript will reflect those developments. And of course, this can be secured by a password. So the recipient can get the most current version of the transcript without you having to resend it. And if you always want the most current videos on this channel, click subscribe and that poor little notifications bell. Let's talk roles. Academic admins can enable web transcripts, and then either the academic admin or the registrar role can send them to recipients. Turning this feature on is real simple. Someone with the academic admin role will go to Academics and then over to Settings, and then on the General tab, they'll scroll down to Enable Web Transcripts. That needs to be set to Yes, and then you can save. But for our purposes today, I'm going to set that to No and then save settings so that you can see what turning it on actually does. Let's go to a student's profile and then to the Student tab. And then we'll click here on Transcript Actions and then click Send Official Transcript PDF. And then we're going to choose the correct layout, the correct program if we need to change anything there, and then click Next. We're going to generate a preview transcript, and then we'll go to the next step here. We can skip over everything here. This is what I want you to see right here. Without web transcripts enabled, this is how the message looks, and then this is how this section of this dialog looks. Now we're going to go back real quick to Academics, and then to Settings, and then on the General tab, we'll go down to Enable Web Transcripts and set that to Yes. And we'll save settings up here. We'll go back to our example student, the Student tab, and then on the Transcript tab with Transcript Actions, we're going to choose same settings again. Now, with that setting enabled, you can see here that we have a URL and some text about that URL being included. And then down here, you can see that we're able to set an expiration date and time for the above link. That's what enabling web transcripts actually changes here. I want to go back down and talk through this encryption thing right here. When you use the encrypted file option, you're going to require the password that's generated for both the PDF file that you send in the email and then also to gain access to the web transcript. You can choose whether or not you want to send the password in a separate email. If you don't send that password that way in a separate email, you're going to have another way of getting that password to the recipient. In our example, we're going to use the additional password email option. Okay, let's have a look at the resulting email and how accessing the web transcript looks. So the recipient will receive an email with the transcript and with the link to the web transcript right here. And then they'll also receive that official transcript file access. Let's go ahead and grab the password from the file access there. Then we'll go back to the email with the link and the PDF. We'll open up that PDF and enter the password that we copied, and then we'll be able to access the transcript that way. But now let's see what we're actually going to see when we go to the web transcript here. We're going to go into that link, we paste in the password here, and then we access the web transcript. Couple quick additional notes. If you're using transcript requests, you can also use web transcripts as part of a transcript request fulfillment. This video doesn't go into transcript request. That's a whole other barrel of monkeys, but we have documentation linked in the description below for that. Of course, most transcripts are verified by a registrar's signature. Keep in mind that you can't sign a transcript as part of the workflow that we have here. That means that if you want a signature on the transcript, your layouts need to have that signature baked in. That usually means that you'll set up an additional custom layout for electronic transcripts that includes the signature. Email support@populi.co for help getting that figured out. We also have a video about custom transcript options that will link down in the description. Also down below the video, the like button. Click that and subscribe and the notifications bell if you haven't already. That'll make sure you're all wrapped up in our tangled web of content. You can check out our social media by following the links below. I've been Josh for Populi and you've been great. Thanks for watching.